But he wasn't written English. He wasn't written with spiky hair. None of that. It was a bit more tamer, should we say. We rock and rolled him up.
Zoom, zoom, zoom. Zoom, zoom, zoom.
I love being blonde. I'd never go back. I had much more fun. I was up at like 4 a.m., 3:30 almost, just to get there, then get into my hair and makeup, try and fit in those tight leather pants. You know, that took a moment. 2 years later, going back for the sequel. So it was fun, but that's part of the whole excitement, right? The enjoyment of the job is you get to transform. You have these ideas, and then you're working with such talented people. They can put those ideas, they can make them reality, you know, put them into action. So I loved it. I loved it. Once you get that outfit on, you can't help but be a bit groovier, you know?
Putting me in overdrive, speed of light, I'm so alive.
I think they realized quite early on that I couldn't sing and dance. And they were like, he's a decent enough actor. Let's just go there. The first film, they were saying, we're going to get Michael Jackson's choreographers coming down. He's going to tell you and the team how to dance. So but he didn't arrive. He was so busy, this guy, on the day before we were going to shoot the concert. He came and we were there and we were rehearsing. You're going to do this. You're going to move like that. Ba-bum, ba-bum, like doing it. Oh, I'm like, I don't know what's going on here. And you could see Suzanne de Passe, who, you know, comes from, she's just exquisite, right? Just dance and music. And her and her team would just look like, at me, with 2 left feet, like, how's this going to work? So I think they realized, they said, to the rest of the band, you guys do all of this, the chasse and the jeté and whatever else. Phil, you just go left foot, right foot, that way, left foot, right, that way, and just shake your hips or something. When we saw that first movie, they did a screening on the Disney lot. It with a full audience, it worked. It worked. And, you know, I was young, I didn't know that's not always the case, right? It's just not always the case, regardless of script and everything else. I saw it, I said, I think this really worked. I think I'm pretty good in it, but it did take a moment. I think it did back then it did. It wasn't, you know, because it's not just on a streaming service that everyone can go visit, right? I did a short film with Sandra Oh that got into the Tribeca Film Festival, and there's a feature version of that I have an incredible cast. Then I've got this other script that I'd like to shoot in England, and then I am shooting a feature in a few months that I can't say much about either, but there's lots of work to be had. So all of that was good training, being an actor, and I still am an actor. So all of that is still good training. And Disney, people watch those shows, right? People watch those shows. So there's that level of, you're lifted by the fact that, you know, people are going to watch it.